On today's show, our search for traditional style has no limits.
You've got to skip of character and just put it down.
Chucked it all over the house.
But a classic home doesn't mean compromising on a contemporary finish.
You look at these things in a magazine, and I'm actually standing in it.
For whatever the age of the house, it's always possible to make it your own.
Well, you can see where the sunbathing chairs are.
The gin tonic chairs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Buy this house, you can name those chairs whatever you want.
Yeah.
Today, I'm in the beautiful Cotswolds, where the architecture is lovingly described as anything from honey-coloured to mellow, creamy, sandy, golden, ochre and buff yellow. Or perhaps you agree with the 20th century writer J.B. Priestley, who wrote that Cotswold stone has no colour that can be described. That subtle variation in shade is determined by where it's quarried. And later on in the show, I'll be taking a closer look at what it takes to get this distinct stone out of the ground. The Cotswolds are located in the central and southwest part of England, with around 64% of the protected landscape lying in Gloucestershire. In this county, the average price of a detached home stands at just over £430,000. And for that price, buyers can pick and choose from an attractive and well-preserved property stock.
All the villages have their own identity. It's the honey-coloured stone. It's just beautiful. It's just so traditional. You wouldn't find these buildings anywhere else. It's its own special place.
Hard as it might be to single out a favourite town in this area, a popular choice is Stow-on-the-Wold, the highest of the Cotswolds towns, and a significant trading centre for centuries.
It's a fantastic escape from inner city to these beautiful towns. For instance, it's like going back 100 years.
Its beauty does mean visitor numbers to this part of the country are fairly high, but with almost 800 square miles to explore, the Cotswolds has enough space for locals and tourists alike.
This is our first time in the Cotswolds. It's really picturesque, plenty of tea rooms, plenty of pubs. We've not got stuck into any walking yet, but there's a lot of really picturesque, nice little villages, that kind of thing, so we're really enjoying it.
With more of us now able to work from home, it is easy to understand the appeal of venturing a little further away from a city to establish a new life within a reasonable commute. Take Cirencester, for example, a desirable Cotswold town that's had a huge spike in popularity over the last 12 months. It now ranks second in the country outside of London in terms of that growth in interest of people wanting to move here. And hot on the heels of that trend are today's buyers who want to swap their suburban lifestyle for a more tranquil one and move to this charming part of the country.
I hit the big 60 next year, and I would like to do something different with my life work-wise. I don't want to work full-time.
Yeah, I'd like to point out that I am younger.
You are younger.
Than Nick, so I've got a few years to go until the big 60. I'm not far behind, so we're starting to think about really making plans for what the next chapter is, really.
50-somethings Nick and Peter met at their local pub 24 years ago and have been together ever since. Having spent most of their lives in the county of Essex, 8 years ago the couple settled in the town of Shenfield, near Brentwood.
The house we live in now, it's a 1950s detached bungalow, and we've been very happy here.
We have.
We completely knocked the inside out, basically, and started again.
Yeah. And we can look at what we've actually, achieved, and even now I go, this is a really nice property. We've done a good job here.
Yeah.
The property has been ideally placed for their daily commute into London, where Nick and Peter enjoy busy careers in financial services. But recently they've begun to notice the drawbacks of being quite so close to the capital.
As the years have gone by, the roads have got busier and busier. It doesn't feel as local as it used to feel.
Exactly. I mean, years ago, you were coming out to the sticks as such. You were leaving London, but it feels like London is catching up and spreading out. So yeah, we're just looking for a bit more space.
With the couple now able to spend more time working from home, they've been able to re-evaluate where they'd like to live. And having been won over by the Gloucestershire market town of Cirencester on a recent day trip, their thoughts have turned to the Cotswolds.
When we first saw Cirencester, it was a moment of, wow, this is a lovely place. And then...
I know it sounds very cliched, but I did walk around and I said to Pete, gosh, this is really, really nice.
It was, and then of course you start chatting, and then
Lots of nice pubs and stuff.
yeah, before you've got to the bottom of the glass, you're deciding you want to move there.
There will be times when I think that, oh, we've left behind an area which we've known all our lives, but I think we've actually had to be here because of our work and our family, but now things have changed and we can sort of make our choice of what we actually want to do.
We've had the fun of living on the outskirts of London, but we're looking for something a bit quieter, a bit of a different chapter. As we get into our 50s, you do realise that life is short, and it would be good just to experience something different.
Yeah, different.
It was definitely love at first sight for Nick and Peter here in the Cotswolds. And who can blame them? And with Nick reaching a milestone birthday soon, we're going to try our best to gift them the change of lifestyle they're both longing for. Nick and Peter have a top budget of £550,000 to find a home full of traditional Cotswold character. The property should have a spacious kitchen diner, a small manageable garden and 2 to 3 bedrooms, with the third room suitable for use as a home office. We've lined up a fabulous selection of properties within the Gloucestershire Cotswolds for Nick and Peter to view, but the price of those properties will remain a guessing game until the end of each tour. Our last stop will be the Mystery House, a property you definitely want to put on your Sunday best for. But before we start seeing houses, I'm meeting them for a chance to dig a little deeper into their hopes for the move.
So, gentlemen, we are here in the Cotswolds.
Yes.
Is it starting to feel real?
It is now, yes.
Yeah, it is now. Now that we're actually stood here,
yes.
it is, yeah, quite real.
You've both lived in Essex for a long time. How do you think life will change? How do you want it to change?
More outside pursuits.
Yeah, more outside, less crowds, and
Walks in the country.
yeah, just I mean, it's a real cliche, but just better quality of life, I think.
Yes.
You're looking forward to today?
We are.
We're hoping to be sort of taken slightly out of our comfort zone a bit, maybe go
We
somewhere.
need to be out. Right?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, I'm great at that, don't worry.
Good, good.
And I know you've been online a lot, eyeing up houses.
Yes,
We have.
yes.
Occasionally.
Yeah.
Occasionally, just
Every day.
occasionally.
Yeah,
Every hour.
yeah.
You ready to go for it for real?
We are.
Let's
Yeah,
head off.
we are, yeah.
Our journey begins in the Gloucestershire market town of Cirencester. An hour's drive to both Bristol and Oxford, the town is often referred to as the capital of the Cotswolds, with traditional architecture that spans the centuries. Notable buildings include the Gothic grandeur of St John the Baptist Church on the Market Square. A 10-minute walk from the high street, keeping good company with the many other Cotswold stone townhouses, is where our property search begins.
Well, you both love Cirencester, don't you?
We do.
Yes.
You
Yeah,
brought
we
me
do.
here.
We have.
Yeah,
We have.
It's gorgeous.
It is. Yeah, I mean, the street is
Lovely, beautiful.
It's perfect. Yeah,
It is.
typical Cotswolds.
I'm so glad you're saying that, because the house we're about to see is on this street.
Oh, wow.
There it is.
Oh, wow.
Gosh, that is
That's
typically Cotswolds.
that is certainly Cotswolds.
It is, yes.
How do you feel about townhouse living?
Yeah, that,
Mind it really?
yeah, absolutely. I mean, the whole thought about living in a town, I think living in a townhouse is probably something that we would anticipate anyway. We'd be absolutely fine with that.
Should we head on in?
Definitely, yes.
Yeah, good.
This Grade 2 listed townhouse of Georgian design has recently undergone major renovation work, including a large kitchen extension at the rear. A quarry stone corridor at the side entrance leads to the first of 2 reception rooms in use as a study. I'm showing Nick and Peter to the second and slightly larger reception room at the front.
Here we are in the living room.
Yeah, nice size.
This is lovely. Snug.
Wood burner.
Snug. Yeah, wood
A
burner.
wood burner.
Yeah.
In the summer, you can imagine throwing the windows open. They've got those cafe-style shutters, so you still have your privacy.
Yes, they've obviously spent a lot of time and effort in doing this, and it definitely shows. What we've seen so far, it hits the brief.
It does.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, let's go and see more. If you
Okay.
head on through the hall.
Yeah, okay.
Good, yeah.
And then you come through here into this fabulous entertaining space.
Wow, this is really good.
This wall.
I love that.
Love the wall.
I'm glad you've noticed the wall.
It's not straight, I know that.
Yeah,
The original stonework, they were able to retain that charm.
leaving it
lovely.
like that is perfect. But this is a bit of a surprise, actually, when you
Yes.
come into a cottage of this age. Yeah,
Gosh.
great light coming
Yes.
in here.
The way the sun rises comes over the skylights.
All right.
Right, so that's east,
Yeah, and that's it's southwest facing garden.
southwest. So that's good. That's good for evening sun.
Well, you can see where the sunbathing chairs are.
Yeah, that's true. The gin tonic chairs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Buy this house, you can name those chairs whatever you want.
Yeah.
Is it charming you?
Oh, it is.
It is,
definitely.
Yeah, I have to say it's great having the Cotswold charm and the wall, but this space is really good, isn't it?
Very nice.
Very good so far.
Let's head on upstairs.
Okay, thanks.
The property has a total of 3 bedrooms across 2 upper floors. A cosy double can be found on the 2nd floor. Ideal for guests, it comes complete with exposed character beams and a compact shower room. The other 2 bedrooms occupy the 1st floor and include a single, which again has its own shower room, plus the main bedroom. This is the largest of 3 bedrooms that all have en-suites.
Oh, right.
Right.
Okay. Like the beams.
Lovely.
And you get that throughout the upstairs. You really start to see the age of the property.
I love the window seat.
Have a look.
It's good head height as well.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you don't feel claustrophobic.
And again, all your shutters are done halfway. No flashing the neighbours.
No.
That's
Got to think about these things.
Got to think about these things, yeah.
You look at these things in a magazine, and I'm actually standing in it, basically.
Should we head on outside? I know
Yes.
you got a glimpse of the courtyard.
Which look good. We'd like to see that,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Great.
A sandstone patio leads to an immaculately presented courtyard garden, which features a couple of seating areas and a sunken pond on the top terrace. As we established earlier, this garden is something of a sun trap on bright days. Unfortunately, today is not one of those days. You did have a courtyard garden on the list, didn't you?
Yes, we did.
We did.
And this perfectly fits that description. It's actually bigger than I anticipated it.
Oh, definitely,
It would
yeah.
be.
Shall we put a price on it?
I would say 465.
Considering this is in the middle of Cirencester, I'm going to say 549,995.
Peter, you'll be glad to know it's beneath what you think. It's on the market for £495,000.
Wow,
Right.
goodness. That's good. Yeah, that's a really good price.
Is it offering what you want? Well, that's for you two to discuss. Have another walk around, and then we'll meet out the front.
Great,
Thank you.
thanks.
£55,000 under budget, this newly renovated Georgian townhouse is full of period features with a spacious kitchen diner and 3 bedrooms. The smartly landscaped garden would be easy to maintain, and the property is just a 10-minute walk into the centre of Cirencester.
I admire the way it's been improved, the quality of it, kitchen, the outside area. It's been very well presented. For me, it's probably, at the moment, a bit too quirky.
If you imagined a townhouse in a Cotswold town, I think this is what you would imagine. It's an attractive looking house. Good ceiling height, good feeling of space. I think we could certainly see ourselves living in a location like this, but it would have to be the right property.
Well, I'm hoping you can see why I showed you that property.
Good first house.
Yeah, very good,
Good
first
first
house.
house.
I think it's given us lots of things to talk about.
A mull over.
Yeah.
I'm curious now. In choosing the Cotswolds for their new home, Nick and Peter will have the chance to discover an area steeped in rural traditions, with ancient Stone Age settlements and many villages which prospered during the Middle Ages as a result of the wool trade. The couple can't wait to discover more about the region when they move here, with Peter expressing an interest in becoming a local tour guide. So we've arranged for them to meet professional guide Anne Bartlett, who has over 20 years' experience.
Hello, Peter. Hello, Nick. Welcome to the Cotswolds and to Lower Slaughter.
This is an absolutely stunning village, obviously with a lot of history. Can you tell me a bit about the background to the village?
Well, it does have a lot of history. In fact, William the Conqueror, he invaded England in 1066. And about 12 years after that, he had the Domesday Book compiled. And we know that this was a village because there was mention of a mill in the Domesday Book, and there's still a mill here.
What's the best part of being a tour guide for you?
Meeting lovely people. They're curious, and we've got so many things to show them. Every tour is different, and people are so appreciative, because they discover things that they wouldn't necessarily find out themselves.
Anne is taking Nick and Peter on a 1-mile walk to the neighbouring village of Upper Slaughter, showing them the sights, both natural and architectural, along the way.
There we are. Isn't that a stunning view?
It is. That is a perfect word. It is stunning.
It is.
Yes.
The walk is also an ideal time for Peter to practice his lines, because once they arrive in Upper Slaughter, it'll be over to him to have a go at leading a tour.
You'll be a tough act to follow, Anne.
Take it away, Peter.
I think anyone visiting Upper Slaughter could be forgiven for thinking that it's the site of some medieval battle or some tragic event. Well, thankfully, there's nothing so gory. Slaughter is actually derived from an Anglo-Saxon word, slotra, which means wet place. And as we move further into the village, you'll see some almshouses, and those almshouses were restored by probably one of the finest architects of the 20th century, who was Sir Edwin Lutyens. Now, Lutyens is probably most famous for designing the Cenotaph in London and also most of the administrative buildings in New Delhi. So even one of the finest architects that there has ever been has left his mark on Upper Slaughter. How was that?
Peter, that
Very
was
good.
very good,
Very
I
good.
must say. Yes. Anyone would think you'd been here before. I only gave you the facts a few moments ago. So
I'll try my best.
You are
did.
natural. You are
I'll
natural.
try my best.
You are
So,
natural. You are.
what's probably the best piece of advice that you can give me, especially with retaining and remembering all of the facts and information?
Well, it's difficult to retain all the facts and information. You have to do your research, you make lots of notes, make sure that you've done a lot of preparation, and then the tour goes as smoothly as it possibly can.
Good. Well, Anne, we just want to say thank you so much for today. We've thoroughly enjoyed it.
You're very welcome. It's great to meet you both, and very good luck with your move.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Tours are a great way to explore new places and to meet locals. But turning the tables, we've discovered that Peter's clearly a natural. I'm sure it's just a matter of time before he's leading his first guided tour of this beautiful region. We're continuing our property search just a 10-minute drive from Cirencester in the village of Poulton. Although outside the boundaries of the Cotswolds, the village does sit within a conservation area with many elegant sandstone cottages surrounding the 19th century church. There's also a village hall and communal playing fields, as well as an award-winning gastropub. And should Nick and Peter want to enjoy a nice meal out if they moved here, their journey home would just be a 5 minutes walk, as our next property is right around the corner.
Welcome to house number 2.
Wow.
Wow, gosh.
What do you think?
Yeah, it's... gosh.
Yeah, you've got a skip of character and just put it down.
Chucked it all over the house.
And rustic. Yes.
Yeah.
I think you met the brief when we said the Cotswold character. I think the road may be a bit of an issue.
Yeah.
But we won't know that until we actually see the rest of it.
Yeah.
Well, shall we answer some of your questions inside? That might be the only way.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Follow me.
This semi-detached stone cottage is thought to be around 300 years old. Its origins as 2 dwellings give the property lots of space downstairs, with a kitchen diner, 3 reception rooms and a bedroom that could function as a study. It also means there's a choice of 2 front doors. We're using the left-hand one, which takes us into the first reception room.
You enter straight into this.
Wow.
Wow.
Pretty welcoming.
It is. I'm pleasantly surprised.
Come and see the rest.
Yeah.
Up the stairs into the kitchen diner.
Wow, very nice.
Oh, wow.
Nice tall ceiling.
Yeah, great height. Nice eating kitchen,
Yes,
which is
definitely.
good. Very good, usable space.
And it flows well from the front door.
Yeah, it does.
Well, how about the option of having a living room that also flows through?
Okay. Wow.
This is very nice. It's got another high ceiling. Lovely.
It's very deceptive.
And it's light as well.
Yes.
It is
That's the
very,
important
very
thing.
light,
It is light. And again, you're not feeling claustrophobic.
And there's more around there. There's a really nice, cosy living room down there that sort of mirrors the hallway at the front.
But it's quite deceptive. When we first walked in, I thought, what is the hallway? It was actually the living room. So as we keep going further in, it's sort of
Opening up.
opening up even more.
There's so much to see. Go and have a look at the rest of the house by yourselves, I think.
Okay.
Explore. Do you want me to tell you how many bedrooms there are? No.
No.
Go and figure it out.
We'll just
Up
go
the
and find
stairs.
out.
Go and figure it out.
All right. Okay. Thanks.
Thank you.
I can reveal that there are 4 bedrooms in total, the largest of which is downstairs off the first reception room and comes with an ensuite. 3 further doubles can be found on the first floor, which are served by 2 shower rooms, and each of the bedrooms is painted in a different pretty pastel shade.
How thick these walls are.
Yeah.
Solid.
It is light though. I know there are
That's
lights on, but
the important thing.
It's a very sweet bedroom.
It's a country cottage.
It is.
It is.
Cute country cottage.
It's exactly that.
Outside, they were both a little overwhelmed by the charm and the character of this property. I'm wondering if there might be a little bit too much character for them.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Another bedroom.
another good room. It's an interesting house.
Oh, it
sort
is
of-
interesting.
Everywhere you go, you find a different thing. Oh, wow, it's another bedroom.
Gosh.
Oh, wow.
And another bathroom.
Didn't expect that.
Very
I
handy.
didn't expect this to be a bedroom.
No, I didn't.
But it is quite handy. It's got such a warm feel to this house. Really has.
To the front of the property is a small lawned garden, sheltered from the road by mature hedges. And there's also an enclosed decking area which is perfectly positioned for some al fresco dining, or for discussing how much all this might cost.
Shall we talk about price?
Yes. I was going to say 425.
Okay.
Well, I'm going for 510 actually.
Ooh.
Because it
It's
is
quite
quite
widespread
big.
there.
It is quite big.
Peter is bang on the money.
425.
425.
It's on the market for £425,000. And one of the reasons would be that we're just outside the Cotswolds, so that's, you can buy a little bit more for your money.
Right, okay.
Okay.
Well, as Nick said, there's a lot of house. Go and have
True.
another look.
Okay.
Knowing you'd have £125,000 in your back pocket. And then
Okay.
I'll come find you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Having recently been reduced in price, this country cottage would leave a great amount in the budget for any alterations the couple wanted to make. There's a choice of 3 comfortable reception rooms and 4 bedrooms. It also comes with a front and rear garden and off-street parking.
It's a warm house. It's a home.
My favourite feature will be the kitchen when walking into the sitting area. That's very nice.
I think in terms of the brief of providing the Cotswold character, you know, it absolutely delivered on that score, didn't it?
Oh, it did. It did. Spades of it. Lots and lots of character.
We might be the type of people that actually are from the Cotswolds will be sick of. It's like, oh, we want the Cotswold character, but not too much.
Well, those are your 2 houses for today.
Yes, a bit to talk about and think about tonight, definitely.
Mull over.
Good.
Yeah.
Ahead of the Mystery House tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're in the Gloucestershire Cotswolds with Nick and Peter from Shenfield in Essex, who've already seen 2 properties offering them a taste of rural harmony. Still to come, our mystery house might be heading to the top of the charts. Have we gone straight in at number 1 with this house?
Yes.
And a trip to a stone quarry brings new meaning to the term rock music.
There you go. Perfect. Should play a tune on that.
Whether you're looking for a temporary or permanent dream home here in the Gloucestershire Cotswolds, there are picturesque properties available to suit all needs. This Grade 2 listed mid-terrace in the village of Bisley features 2 bedrooms, an eat-in kitchen and lots of character features. Ideal for a couple or young family, it's on the market for offers in excess of £300,000. For those in the rental market, this newly refurbished terraced cottage just outside Ickham comes with 3 bedrooms and a secluded front garden. It's available unfurnished for £1,800 per calendar month. Come the weekend, you might want to seek out something altogether more modern. If so, how about this eco-friendly pod made from wood and recycled aluminium? Set on a hillside surrounded by 5 acres of private land, this quiet retreat has everything a family of 4 needs. Prices start from £240 for a 2-night stay. It is the 2nd day of our house search here in the Cotswolds, and isn't it a glorious day for it. Yesterday we learned just how much character was too much for Nick and Peter. Well, it is time to reveal our mystery house, which I think will provide our couple the right mix of old and new, but will also test their boundaries in terms of location. We're venturing back into the Cotswolds, travelling west to the Gloucestershire village of Edge. But en route, we're dropping by the town of Painswick, which is less than a mile down the road. Positioned on a hilltop at the midpoint of the 100-mile-long Cotswold Way, there are a number of shops to serve the community, as well as a playgroup and a primary school, plus galleries, restaurants and cafes. The town's attractive property stock is mostly built from locally quarried stone. We're taking a walk through the grounds of St Mary's Church, best known for its perfectly shaped yew trees, of which there are 99. So we are in the historic Cotswold town of Painswick.
Okay.
Do you know much about it?
We don't, no.
No, it's not. It's not
First time we've been here.
Yeah, stunning.
She is known as the Queen of the Cotswolds. Used to be well known for the wool trade, but now all these yew trees in the churchyard is what brings people here.
Stunning.
I think we'd need a bit of practice to get to this standard, but
Yeah.
it's actually pretty amazing what we've seen so far.
Elegant.
Yeah, there's when you look through the houses, there's little glimpses of the hills behind. It's pretty amazing, actually.
The mystery house is just a mile up the road.
Really?
Oh, right, okay.
I'm going to race on ahead to the house
Okay,
and I'll send you the address and meet you there.
Thank you.
thanks very much.
The challenge on our property search so far has been blending traditional character with a really functional interior. So I've made my way west to the village of Edge, where I think we might have found the right balance in the form of this totally unique Grade 2 listed former chapel. Nick and Peter want bags of character. Well, this house has that, but it also feels really, really fresh inside. I don't want to show you too much just yet, but when they walk into this property, they are going to be speechless. Fresh from their walk in Painswick, I'm more than a little excited to finally share the mystery with our buyers. You found me all right then?
We did.
How was Painswick?
Beautiful.
I'm
Pretty
lost for
amazing.
words,
Yeah,
actually.
yes.
Lost for words.
Which I'm not very often, but
Amazing.
Location-wise, does the mystery house appeal?
Spot on.
So I better reveal what we're about to show you.
okay.
We can't wait.
Look over there. At the top of the village green.
Wow.
The chapel.
Exactly.
Ooh. Oh, wow.
That is
Amazing.
that is pretty awesome. That really is.
Well, it does look superb, actually.
It really does.
You say the
Yeah.
best till last.
Yeah.
I have to surprise you somehow.
You do. You have.
Should we go in and explore?
Definitely.
Definitely.
Built in 1856 with a slate roof and sash windows, the chapel was converted into a residential home just over a decade ago. The owners have recently moved abroad, taking some of the furniture with them, so Nick and Peter might need to use their imagination inside. But then again, sometimes a space just speaks for itself.
Oh my goodness.
Gosh.
What did I say? Speechless.
Wow.
High ceiling. That's a high ceiling.
I've been looking forward to your reaction to this.
I suppose in a way it's a bit of shock, but shock in a really, really good way.
Gobsmacked.
It's pretty amazing.
It is.
They've got 3 zones in here at the moment, but actually you could add more zones, don't you think?
You could zone it however
Yes.
however you
wanted.
chose. You really could. In terms of working from home, it would work, but we'd add our own touches, log burner.
I think
Big
exactly,
TV.
don't you think?
A log burner down there, actually. Would
Yeah.
Be very nice, actually.
Yeah,
And some
exterior wall there. So
really
Luke
big
could-
sofas that we could have.
Have we gone straight in at number 1 with this house?
Yes.
And having seen what you've seen so far, would you consider this as an option?
Almost definitely.
I would say yes.
Yes.
Explore.
Okay.
Explore away.
Thanks very much.
Thank you. Oh, this is very nice.
Nice.
Look at that window.
Wow.
That goes right up
Stone windows.
to the top. Gosh, it's lovely.
Perfect guest bedroom. Really is.
As well as a bedroom on the ground floor, there's a second larger room upstairs. Forming part of the master suite, it comes with a dressing room and a super modern ensuite featuring a roll-top bath.
Wow.
Gosh,
My goodness.
look at this.
This is pretty good.
And you can climb up those to the window. So this, I presume, is the main bedroom.
Yeah.
And a walk-in wardrobe.
Oh, perfect.
Look at that.
Absolutely perfect.
I'm so glad they like it because in many ways it feels as if this chapel has been converted for them and the way that they like to live. It is ideal for a couple.
At the side of the property is a low-maintenance topiary garden, a pint-sized version of nearby Painswick churchyard, perhaps? Whilst at the front, a wrought iron fence surrounds a pretty gravel courtyard from which to enjoy the village green and the views beyond. It's time to get down to business,
Yes.
if you are, of course, interested in
Okay.
the house. So in terms of outside space, you have all of this that you don't need to worry about. And then all along the side of the chapel, the topiary.
Yes.
I think it's fine.
It's perfect. I think it gets the evening sun, so
Sit there with a glass of wine.
yeah.
Well, there's a
definitely.
table set up already.
Yeah. They knew we were
Lovely.
coming.
A viable option?
Certainly.
How much will you need to pay for it, though?
I'd say 565.
I'm going to go slightly higher. I'm going to say £575,000.
You're very good at this, aren't you, Peter? So it was on for £575,000,
Okay.
but it's now been reduced, and they're asking for £545,000.
Okay.
So I've snuck in just below budget.
Interesting.
Interesting, yeah, very interesting.
Have another wander around,
Okay.
We will do.
and then we've got a lot to chat about, don't we?
We do.
We do.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
£5,000 under budget, this two-bedroom chapel conversion offers an impressive double-height living area and a large master suite upstairs. Outside, the low-maintenance garden would leave lots of time for Nick and Peter to sit back and really make the most of the property's idyllic setting.
It's been a pleasant surprise. This one is just so airy. It almost feels like you're inside a new build inside. It's just a really interesting building.
You've got all the convenience of a modern interior, but they've kept the character.
The character.
And I mean, my initial reaction is that it could really suit us down to the ground. Just the setting. The setting is like something out of a film set.
Definitely.
It's something that you might aspire to live in.
Gentlemen, it is time to tear you away from this beautiful chapel, I'm afraid.
Shame.
That is a shame.
Shame.
Let's hit the road.
Okay.
As we've witnessed with all of the houses in our lineup, iron-rich limestone used to build the region's many market towns and villages is the standout feature of the Cotswolds. This highly priced stone is key to the area's architectural identity, but is also in high demand across the rest of the UK and even further afield. I've come to meet Matt Dovey, whose quarry near the town of Cheltenham has helped to build and restore some truly historic gems. Matt, tell me about this quarry.
So the Cypher Quarry has been operating since 1998. It was previously open in the 60s. However, it became dormant when the company who owned it closed down, and we now have planning permission on this site till 2042.
And have you got enough stone until then? It's difficult for me to quantify what you have here.
There's 25 acres here, so we don't necessarily take thousands and thousands of tons out a year. It's all intricate work which takes a lot of time, and that's why we don't extract too much material in each year.
So it's almost more of a bespoke quarry?
It's very bespoke. The stone is a very special stone that's extracted from here. It's used for conservation work, it's used for local new builds and further afield as well.
Right, well I want to see what happens to all this stone once you've excavated it. It's amazing here.
Okay, should we go and have a look at what we do from here?
The excavated stones are cut and shaped into blocks using a 2-metre diameter blade. The blocks can then be assessed for quality and assigned to a specific project. How do you deem something to be of good quality?
Initially it's a visual test.
Okay.
So if the stone is clean from top to bottom, there's no brown marks in it.
Okay.
Another good test would be to tap the stone with a hammer or another stone to see if it makes a really nice clean ringing noise.
A ringing noise?
Like a bell. If it's a really good clean piece of stone, you can hit it and it'll ring, make a fantastic noise.
Interesting.
So if you'd like to give that a go with this piece here.
So I'm listening out for a bell, like. I mean, I'm assuming this is a good piece.
There you go. Perfect.
You could start your own band.
Different stones make different sounds, so you could play a tune on them.
The quarry stone has been used in several high-profile architectural projects across the country, including Hampton Court Palace near London and St George's Chapel at Windsor Castle. Once cut to size, much of the intricate masonry work is done by hand. Oh, and look at this. So what piece is this?
This is a panel ready to go into an oriel window, which is a window which protrudes out from a building. And this panel here then is decorative, carved by hand.
Where's this piece going?
So this piece is going actually to America. It's a project we're involved with in Texas.
Right.
On a big private house. This piece is being shipped out next week, so it's important we get it finished. So if you'd like to have a little
Do
go,
you trust me?
just take it easy.
I'll go gentle. This is very intricate work.
Yeah, and just keep going round the edge. So
How long would something like this take a stonemason?
that would take a good 12 to 14 hours.
I've got a few spare hours. It's fun.
That's very good for someone who's only just picked up a mallet and chisel.
I do love the fact that my job allows me to try my hand at such interesting tasks, but as I'm just one slip away from wrecking this beautiful piece of stone, I'm going to return to what I know best, our property search. Well, the mystery house worked its magic. Time to find out what Peter and Nick's next move is. Right, I would like to know your next steps.
Yeah, I think we're going to certainly explore Painswick more. The mystery house was a bit of a winner, so I think we're going to have a drive back up there. We came down here with Cirencester very much in mind, but what it has done is taught us to maybe look a little bit outside, because we could be pleasantly surprised.
But the winner at the moment is the mystery house.
The mystery house, yes, the chapel.
Would you have gone to see the mystery house yourselves?
I don't know, quite honestly.
I don't think we would. I think we would have looked at it being out of town, when actually it's not really.
No.
In many ways, I think we've nailed down what the style of property you like, but now it's about location. Do you want to be in a town or outside of one?
That's what we need to
Yes.
go away and seriously explore.
Exactly, because depending whether we choose in or slightly outside will dictate the type of property, and actually going just slightly outside may give us more house.
I think you looked very much at home at the mystery house. With those views, you felt like you'd moved to the country.
Definitely.
So I'm glad you're considering that option now.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
The very best of luck exploring the area. Please call me first when you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
We will do.
You'll be top of the list.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's been an absolute pleasure.
No, it's been our pleasure as well. We
Our pleasure as
thoroughly
well.
enjoyed the whole experience,
We
so
have.
thank you.
Thank you very much indeed.
It's been an exhilarating couple of days of house hunting here in the Cotswolds with Nick and Peter. And what a privilege to experience this location in its full autumn glory. Our mystery house was on point. The view, the setting, the chapel itself. And I'm so glad we've inspired our couple to explore this area a little further and wish them the very best of luck with their move. See you next time on Escape to the Country.